Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. You don't have to do anything right now. You don't have to think about tomorrow or yesterday. That you're here, in this moment with me. Have you ever wondered how powerful your senses truly are? The way your eyes see light, your ears catch sound, your skin feels warmth, they're not just survival tools. They're tiny storytellers whispering the world into your mind. Every color, every scent, every heartbeat you've ever known has shaped the story of you. Tonight we're going to drift through that story, gently exploring the 5 senses, and even a few secret ones you never knew you had. Each fact is like a soft step into dream light, a gentle truth to rest your thoughts upon. By the end of this journey, your senses will have carried you somewhere calm, somewhere far away from the noise of the day, into that quiet place where sleep begins. So lie back, breathe in the night, and let's begin. The first light. Before you even entered this world, before your first breath touched the air, your eyes were quietly forming in darkness. Floating in warmth and stillness, your tiny eyelids sealed, yet deep within them, something ancient was awakening. Scientists have found that even before birth, light finds a way through, a dim glow like sunlight through water. And in that soft illumination, your developing eyes begin to sense it. You didn't yet know what seeing meant, but your body already recognized the rhythm of light and shadow. It's as if your mind whispered, "This is the world, it moves between brightness and calm." That was your first language. Not words, not touch, but light. Even before life began, you were already learning to see. The silent color. What if I told you that color doesn't truly exist outside of you? The trees, the oceans, the sky. None of them actually have color. They only reflect different wavelengths of light. It's your brain that translates that energy into the brilliant world you know. Red, blue, green, they live only inside your mind. Every sunrise you've ever admired was a private projection, painted by your brain with pigments that don't exist in the physical world. Isn't that beautiful? Every color you see is yours alone, a personal universe unique to your eyes. Somewhere right now, 2 people are looking at the same flower, and yet, their minds are painting 2 completely different worlds. In that quiet truth lies something profound. The beauty you see isn't out there, it's in you. The blink between moments. Every few seconds, your eyelids sweep across your vision like a curtain closing for the briefest pause. You blink around 15 to 20,000 times a day, but you never really notice. Why? Because your brain edits those small moments of darkness out of your awareness, like a film editor trimming the cuts between frames. You live inside a seamless movie, even though your eyes are constantly going dark. Without realizing it, you spend almost 10% of your waking life in tiny moments of blindness, yet the mind smooths it all over, keeping your reality continuous. You never see the world as it truly is. You see what your brain allows you to. Your consciousness is a magician, hiding the transitions so you can live inside an unbroken dream. The sleeping eye. Even when you rest, your eyes never truly stop seeing. During REM sleep, the stage where dreams are born, your eyes dart back and forth beneath your eyelids, chasing the images your mind is creating. Those flickers are echoes of imagined landscapes. Faces, lights, places that don't exist but feel real. Your eyes follow what your thoughts project, as if they're watching a private cinema in the dark. You don't just dream, you see your dreams physically. The same muscles that help you track movement when you're awake are quietly scanning your inner world while you sleep. Your body cannot tell the difference between the light outside and the light of imagination. To your brain, both are sight. Both are real. The color of memory. Close your eyes and imagine your favorite place. Maybe it's a forest path, or a quiet beach, or a childhood bedroom washed in afternoon light. Notice how your mind instantly restores the colors. Not perfectly, but emotionally. The shade of the walls. The golden hue of the sun. You're not remembering exactly how it looked. You're repainting it from feeling. Neuroscientists say the same regions that process sight also help rebuild memory. That means when you recall something you once saw, your brain lights up the same way it did when you first experienced it. You don't just think of your memories. You see them again in the dark theater of your mind. The hidden blind spot. Each of your eyes has a place where it can't see at all, a small gap where the optic nerve exits the retina. It's called the blind spot, and in that tiny space, there's no light, no image, nothing. But you never notice it because your brain quietly fills the hole with what it thinks should be there. It paints in the missing details, creating a seamless illusion. You live surrounded by invisible corrections. The world you see is a guess, and yet, it's such a beautiful guess that you'd never know anything was missing. Maybe that's true beyond vision too. The mind fills its gaps with hope, so we can keep believing the picture is whole. A slow light. Light feels instant, but it moves, and it takes time to reach you. When you look at the stars, you're seeing light that left those suns years, decades, sometimes centuries ago. You are, quite literally, watching the past shimmer in the present. The light that touches your eyes tonight might have begun its journey before you were even born. Every starlit night is a time machine, showing you memories of the universe itself. Even your own reflection is a fraction of a moment old, light bouncing from your face to the mirror and back again. Vision, at its core, is delayed memory, the world arriving to you just a little bit late, wrapped in light. The shape of silence. Your eyes and ears are not separate storytellers. They collaborate in secret. When you see someone speak, your brain merges sound and sight into one seamless moment. If they go out of sync, like in a badly dubbed movie, your brain feels uneasy because it's trained to blend them. Sight doesn't just show you, it anchors you. Tells you when things make sense, when they align. That's why closing your eyes before sleep is so powerful. You're allowing the world to desynchronize. You're letting go of logic. Silence takes shape, and the mind begins to dream. The eye's hidden ocean. Behind your cornea and pupil lies a tiny sea. Layers of transparent fluid that bend light perfectly toward your retina. You carry miniature oceans inside your eyes, keeping them nourished and clean. Every tear you shed is born from that same ocean, a renewal of clarity. When you cry, your body is resetting vision, emotionally and physically. It's not weakness. It's cleansing the lens through which you see life. The clearer your tears, the clearer your sight. Sometimes, seeing the world again starts with letting a few drops fall. The language of light. Your brain devotes almost half of its power to processing sight, more than any other sense. Every shadow, every reflection, every flicker of movement becomes a message. Vision isn't passive. It's an active translation of the universe. Every second, millions of photons collide with your eyes and become meaning. You see not only what's in front of you but what you feel about it. The color of a sunset depends on your heart more than your eyes. The light speaks to your memories, tells you when to rest, when to wake, when to dream. And right now, as your eyelids grow heavier, you can feel the last traces of that language fading, as sight gives way to sleep. The first sound you ever heard. Long before you saw light, you knew sound. Inside the quiet sea of your mother's body, your ears were among the first parts of you to wake. You didn't yet know what words were, or meaning, or identity, but you could already feel vibration, the rhythmic pulse of a heartbeat, the low, distant echo of voices, the gentle swirl of blood, moving like tides. Scientists say that babies recognize their mother's voice even before birth, because the womb carries it like a song through water. That means the first sound you ever heard wasn't speech or music. It was love, wrapped in rhythm. Every heartbeat you've ever heard since is a memory of that first safe place. A reminder that even in silence, life hums quietly beneath everything. The world never stops singing. Even when you think it's silent, it isn't. The air around you is constantly vibrating, carrying echoes you can't perceive. There are frequencies far too low and far too high for human ears. Songs of whales deep in the ocean, the murmurs of the earth itself. The planet hums, a resonance that scientists call the microseismic song of the world. Somewhere beneath your awareness, the ground you walk on is gently ringing like a distant bell. And your ears, sensitive instruments that they are, pick up more than you realize. They don't just capture sound, they translate motion into feeling. Every whisper, every footstep, every sigh is a vibration that travels into your bones. You are, in every moment, touched by sound. Even silence has a heartbeat. Echo of memory. When you hear a familiar melody, your body reacts before your mind does. That chill down your spine, that rush of nostalgia, it's not just emotion, it's biology. The auditory nerve connects directly to the limbic system, the part of the brain that holds memory and emotion. That's why a single note can carry you across years in an instant. Music bypasses logic. It speaks directly to feeling. Think of your favorite song, the one that feels like it belongs to your soul. The reason it touches you isn't just the words or the rhythm. It's because it carries fragments of your life woven into its frequencies. Every time you hear it, your mind is playing back the person you were when you first loved it. In that way, music is memory made audible. The symphony of sleep. When you fall asleep, the world doesn't go quiet, it just softens. Your brain continues to process sound, but differently. It filters, selecting what matters and what can fade. That's why a distant car might not wake you, but the sound of your name whispered in the dark can pull you instantly from dreams. Your sleeping mind still listens for meaning. During deep sleep, sounds can even shape your dreams. A rainfall outside might become an ocean in your mind, or a ticking clock might turn into footsteps on a wooden floor. You don't stop hearing when you sleep. You simply start hearing differently. The world becomes an orchestra that plays softly to your unconscious, a lullaby written in frequencies instead of notes. The forgotten frequencies. Humans can hear from about 20 Hz to 20,000, a narrow window compared to other creatures. Elephants communicate with sounds so low you can't feel them, while bats navigate the night with frequencies beyond what your ears can detect. Yet even within that narrow band, your hearing is astonishingly sensitive. You can detect a vibration that moves the air less than the width of an atom. Imagine that. Your ears are translating invisible movements, smaller than dust, into meaning. Every conversation, every laugh, every whisper is your body reading the invisible dance of air molecules. You live in a constant ocean of sound, and most of the time, you don't even notice you're swimming. The shape of sound. Sound doesn't just move through air, it takes shape around you. Every room you've ever entered has a unique acoustic fingerprint, determined by how surfaces reflect and absorb vibration. When you speak inside an empty hall, your voice lingers, curling back to you as an echo. In a forest, the sound gets swallowed by leaves. That's why some places feel sacred, others lonely. Your senses are mapping sound without you realizing it. When you listen closely in a quiet space, you can hear its size. You can sense its distance. Your ears are architects of invisible geometry, painting the world in waves. Even silence, it turns out, has dimension. The ears that never sleep. Your ears are always awake. Even when you drift into deep sleep, the small muscles inside them remain alert. That's why sudden noise can jolt you. Your body is still listening for danger, a survival instinct older than language. In the ancient world, those who heard the faintest rustle in the dark lived longer. The echo of that vigilance lives in you still. But today, instead of predators, your ears listen for alarms, messages, voices that matter. And at night, when all is safe, those same alert senses become your guardians. They listen to the rhythm of your breath, the rustle of sheets, the whisper of the wind outside. They keep watch so that you can rest. The sound of loneliness. Silence can be beautiful, but it can also be heavy. In absolute quiet, people begin to hear their own bodies, the rush of blood, the buzz of neurons firing. In experiments, subjects placed in soundproof rooms often last only a few minutes before they feel disoriented, even anxious. The absence of sound removes your sense of place. Your brain expects an environment. When it's gone, you begin to turn inward. Yet in that silence, something else happens too. Your awareness deepens. You start to notice the small hum of existence itself. Your heartbeat, your breath, the tiny creaks of your own body. You realize you are not truly alone. You are surrounded by the music of life itself. The language of the universe. Every sound you've ever heard, every word ever spoken, every drop of rain. All of it is vibration. And vibration is the language of the universe. Physicists believe even atoms vibrate, every particle of matter oscillating in patterns like cosmic chords. When you speak, your voice is a ripple through reality. When the wind moves through trees, it's the earth breathing music. In a way, the entire universe hums a single song, we just call it existence. You too are part of that rhythm. Every heartbeat, every breath, every thought. Another note in the infinite composition of being. The memory of sound. When you fall in love with a sound, it becomes part of you. The laughter of someone you miss. The hum of a train on a quiet night. The rain that once kept you awake but now soothes you to sleep. These sounds don't vanish when they fade. They're stored deep in your auditory cortex, ready to replay when you least expect. Sometimes you'll think you hear them again, even when they're not there. A phantom note in the background of your day. That's your mind remembering in sound, the same way it dreams in images. Every sound that ever touched your life still echoes quietly inside you. You are a collection of vibrations, gently replaying the song of your own existence. The first language. Before sight, before speech, before sound, there was touch. It's the very first sense to develop when we form in the womb. Tiny nerves beneath delicate skin awaken to the warmth of the fluid around us, to pressure, to movement. It's how a baby knows comfort, how it begins to understand love before it even knows what love means. Long before you recognized a face or heard a voice, you felt safety in the form of warmth and contact. That is why, even as adults, we crave touch when words fail. A hand on the shoulder, a quiet embrace. Touch is our oldest language, one that needs no translation. It says what the heart cannot: I'm here. You're not alone. The map beneath your skin. Your skin is not just a covering. It's a vast landscape alive with billions of tiny receptors, each one listening to the world in its own way. Some detect pressure, others sense temperature, texture, or pain. Together they create a map of existence, a constant dialogue between the world and your body. Close your eyes and notice how you can feel the air itself, brushing across you like invisible silk. You don't need to see to know space exists around you. Your skin draws the boundaries of the world. Every shiver, every warmth, every soft touch is your body's way of saying, this is real. You are here. You are not floating in nothingness. You are held by the atmosphere itself. The weight of comfort. There's a reason heavy blankets calm us. When gentle weight presses against the body, it activates deep pressure receptors that tell your nervous system you're safe. This triggers a flood of serotonin and oxytocin, the same chemicals that release when you're hugged. The sensation mimics closeness, warmth, and presence, even when you're alone. That's why we wrap ourselves in blankets, curl beneath quilts, seek the feeling of being enclosed. It's a physical lullaby, the body remembering what it means to be held. Every time you lie beneath a soft heaviness, your nervous system exhales, and your heart begins to slow. The electric skin touches electricity. Every brush, every warmth, every breath on your skin becomes an electrical signal that travels along miles of nerves before reaching your brain. And the brain translates it not just as sensation but as emotion. A soft breeze on your cheek can make you feel peaceful. A single fingertip on your arm can feel like love. The same receptors that tell you, this is soft, also whisper, this is safe. The skin is the border between the physical and the emotional world. It's where the outside meets the inside, where sensation becomes meaning. You are, in the simplest terms, made of feeling. The memory of touch. The body remembers what the mind forgets. The warmth of a hand you once held, the softness of a fabric from your childhood, the texture of rain on your skin. These sensations are stored deep within you. Long after you've forgotten faces or places, your body can still recall how it felt to be there. That's why certain textures or temperatures can make you nostalgic without knowing why. It's not magic. It's memory written in nerve endings. You've carried a lifetime of touches with you, like invisible fingerprints across your skin. Each one reminds you that you have lived, that you have connected, that you have felt. The hands that see. For those who cannot see, touch becomes sight. The fingers learn to read the raised language of Braille, to sense the world through vibration and form. Studies show that blind individuals often develop a heightened sensitivity in their fingertips. Their brains rewire, dedicating more neurons to processing tactile information. But even for those who can see, the hands are storytellers. Every surface, every curve, every object you've ever touched has quietly told you something about the world. Smoothness means safety, edges mean caution, warmth means life. In a way, your hands have eyes of their own. They've been seeing for you all along. The sensitivity of stillness. When you stop moving, the smallest sensations emerge. The fabric against your skin, the pulse at your wrist, the rise and fall of your breath brushing against your lips. In stillness, your body reveals how much it's always feeling, constantly decoding the world. You don't need motion to know you exist. Just awareness. Stillness heightens touch, like turning up the volume on presence. If you ever feel disconnected from yourself, pause, breathe, and simply notice what your skin is saying. You'll hear the quiet truth beneath all the noise. You are here, you are whole, you are alive. The skin of emotion. When you're embarrassed, you blush. When you're afraid, you feel goosebumps. When you're in love, your skin seems to glow. Emotion lives in the body, not just the mind. Your skin reacts before you even understand what you feel. A physical translation of your inner world. It's as if your body becomes a mirror of your heart. The next time you notice a shiver or warmth, or that tingle that travels up your arms when you feel moved, remember, it's not just biology. It's your body speaking your soul's language. The touch of the wind. Have you ever closed your eyes on a breezy day and simply felt the wind? Has texture, temperature, direction. It carries scents, whispers of distant places. You can almost sense its color. The wind is the most ancient touch of the earth. The same air that brushed against mountains, deserts, oceans, now glides across your face. When you let it move through your fingers, you're touching time itself. Air that has journeyed around the planet, carrying stories you'll never hear but can somehow feel. You are never untouched. Even in solitude, the world reaches for you. The body's gentle voice. Touch isn't only how we feel the world. It's how our body speaks to us. Every ache, every shiver, every warmth is a message. Some are warnings, others are whispers of harmony. When you're tired, your muscles grow heavy. When you're at peace, your skin loosens, your breath deepens. The body speaks in sensations the way the heart speaks in rhythm. Most of us forget to listen. But if you tune in, if you truly feel your breath, your heartbeat, your weight against the ground, you'll realize the body has been talking to you all along. It says, you're safe now. You can rest. The first flavor. Even before you could speak, before you had teeth, your mouth was already learning the language of flavor. Amniotic fluid carries traces of the foods your mother eats. And tiny taste buds on your tongue begin to respond. Sweetness, bitterness, sourness. These subtle cues were your first introduction to the world outside the womb. Imagine floating in warm darkness, tasting without knowing, sensing without seeing, as if the universe itself whispered through flavors. That early exposure shapes your palate, and in a quiet, invisible way, the first flavors you experienced remain with you for life. Taste is memory, memory is taste, and both are delicate maps of your beginnings. The aroma of memory. Smell is the strongest sense for recalling the past. One whiff of a familiar scent, a rainy street, a bakery, a loved one's perfume, and you are instantly transported to another place and time. This is because your olfactory system is intimately linked to the limbic system, the part of your brain that stores memory and emotion. Scents bypass rational thought and speak directly to feeling. A single fragrance can evoke laughter, longing, or comfort in ways words never could. It's as if every aroma carries a secret diary, written for you alone. You are constantly surrounded by invisible reminders of your life, quietly shaped by the molecules that drift to your nose. The dance of taste and smell. Taste is incomplete without smell. The sweetness of a ripe strawberry, the warmth of a cup of tea, the richness of chocolate, all are enhanced by scent. When you eat or drink, molecules rise to the nasal passages, merging with flavors and creating a full sensory experience. That's why a cold, stuffed nose makes everything taste flat. It isn't that the flavor disappeared, it's that your senses weren't dancing together. Your brain is orchestrating a symphony of taste and smell, weaving textures, temperatures, and aromas into one unified sensation. Every meal is a quiet miracle, a reminder that the simplest acts can be profound when fully experienced. The comfort of sweetness. Sweet flavors activate the brain in ways that promote calm and pleasure. A piece of honey, a ripe fruit, or even the faint sweetness of a lullaby can trigger serotonin release, gently coaxing tension from your body. This is why comfort foods feel so comforting. Beyond nutrition, sweetness has been nature's first reward system, signaling energy, safety, and life. Even in small doses, sweetness communicates to the mind. This moment is gentle. You are safe. When you taste it slowly, mindfully, it becomes more than flavor. It becomes reassurance for your nervous system, a lullaby for your senses. The subtle power of bitterness. Bitterness teaches caution. From the earliest times, humans learned that bitter flavors often signal danger, like toxins or spoiled foods. But beyond survival, bitterness can be beautiful. A dark chocolate, the subtle bite of arugula, the gentle tang of coffee, sharpens your attention while reminding you of balance. In the quiet of reflection, bitterness can also become a meditation, a reminder that not all sensations must be soft or easy. The contrast of bitter against sweet, sour against savory, creates the rhythm of taste, teaching the palate and the mind the quiet art of discernment. The aroma of nature. Walk into a forest, and the world speaks through smell. Pine needles, wet earth, moss, and rain, each carries its own story. These fragrances calm the mind, slow the heartbeat, and encourage deeper breathing. Aromatherapy relies on this principle. Certain natural scents can reduce stress, ease anxiety, and prepare the body for rest. Your sense of smell is the bridge between external reality and internal calm. Even if you cannot see the leaves, your nose knows the forest is alive. And in that recognition, your mind softens, letting go of tension, readying itself for sleep. The memory of kitchens. The scent of food evokes intimacy and nostalgia in a way nothing else can. Baking bread, simmering soups, frying spices. These smells are tied to family, tradition, and home. They are the invisible markers of comfort, often stronger than sight or sound in recalling memory. One whiff can instantly transport you to your grandmother's kitchen, to a holiday morning, to a quiet evening filled with warmth. Taste may pass quickly, but aroma lingers, like an invisible hug, wrapping you in the past while anchoring you in the present. The invisible calendar. Your nose remembers more than places. It remembers time. Studies show that humans can detect subtle changes in odor across seasons. The crisp chill of autumn air, the freshness of spring blooms, the damp heaviness of winter rains. These scents create a subtle timeline, a natural calendar that connects you to the world. Even without seeing the sky or calendar, your body can sense the passage of months through smell. Every season has its fragrance, quietly shaping mood, memory, and the rhythms of life. The taste of anticipation. Your brain prepares for flavors before you even eat. The smell of fresh bread, the sight of fruit, the memory of chocolate, they trigger your mouth to water, your taste buds to awaken. This anticipatory sensation is part of why meals can be so satisfying. Your mind is already involved in experiencing them. Taste is not just a moment in your mouth. It is a slow, deliberate journey of expectation and fulfillment. The simple act of savoring a bite can be meditation, a gentle pause where your mind and body align in the quiet art of attention. The whisper of spices. Spices are small miracles, subtle bursts that awaken senses without overwhelming. Cinnamon, cardamom, cloves. These smells and flavors have been used for thousands of years to comfort, heal, and celebrate. When you encounter a spice, your body responds even before you understand it. Warmth spreads through the chest, memories surface, emotions soften. They are tiny sparks of wonder in everyday life, quiet reminders that even the smallest sensations can touch the soul. In a gentle dish, a quiet meal, or a cup of tea, spices are like whispers, saying to the mind, "Rest now, notice, be here." The inner compass. Within your inner ear lies a delicate, watery labyrinth called the vestibular system, your personal compass. It knows when you tilt, when you sway, when you step, even if your eyes are closed. This hidden map allows you to move effortlessly through space, to dance, to walk, to sleep without falling. Most of the time you are unaware of it, yet it quietly communicates with your brain, telling your body how to orient itself in the world. Imagine floating through water. Even if the surroundings shift and swirl, your inner compass keeps you aligned. That's what your vestibular sense does every moment, a constant, unseen support that reminds you, you are steady, you are safe, you are here. The dance of motion. Every movement you make is a dialogue between your brain and body. Your muscles, joints, and tendons continuously send signals back to your mind, letting it know exactly where you are in space. This sense, called proprioception, is like having a silent map written inside you, invisible but incredibly precise. Even when you close your eyes, you know the position of your hands, your feet, the tilt of your head. It is the quiet choreography of life, an internal dance that allows you to navigate without thought, to rest without fear. You are a body fully aware of itself, a subtle orchestra of motion and stillness, constantly balancing the world. The soothing of sway. There's a reason gentle rocking comforts infants and adults alike. The vestibular system responds to motion in a unique way. Slow, rhythmic movement sends calming signals to the brain. That's why cradles, rocking chairs, and swings feel so relaxing. Even a gentle sway in a hammock or a soft motion in a boat can quiet the mind and slow the heartbeat. Your balance system doesn't just guide movement, it nurtures calm. Every time you feel motion against your body in a slow, measured rhythm, it reminds you that the world can move without causing harm, that you are cradled by the subtle flow of life itself. Quiet sense. Unlike sight or sound, balance and body awareness are nearly invisible. You rarely notice them, yet they are always at work, sustaining every step, every reach, every breath. Close your eyes and shift your weight slightly. Feel how your body adjusts instantly. That is proprioception speaking softly. I am here. Am aware. You are supported. The more attuned you become to this quiet sense, the more grounded your mind feels. Awareness of your body becomes awareness of your existence, and in that recognition you can relax deeply. You are both observer and observed, anchored yet free. The gravity whisperers. Your inner ear contains tiny crystals, called otoliths, that float in fluid and sense the pull of gravity. They tell your brain which way is up and which is down, even when you cannot see or feel the ground. Without them, walking, standing, or even lying still would be disorienting. Every moment you are supported by an invisible dialogue between fluid, crystal, and nerve, a symphony of physics happening inside your head. It is a gentle, constant reassurance. Gravity exists, you exist, and together you are balanced in the world. There is nothing to fear. You are aligned, secure, and whole. The subtle art of stillness. Stillness is a profound form of motion for your inner senses. When you lie quietly, aware of your breath, your vestibular system continues to process imperceptible shifts. Tiny adjustments in posture, the sway of your chest with each heartbeat, the gentle rise and fall of your limbs, all are tracked and balanced with astonishing precision. Your body is never truly at rest. It is a living instrument, constantly tuning itself to maintain harmony. That harmony, when noticed, creates a sense of profound calm. Simply being aware of it is like listening to an invisible lullaby. The memory of movement. Proprioception is not only about the present. It remembers. Your body recalls the weight of objects you've lifted, the rhythm of steps you've taken, the subtle angles of familiar paths. That memory allows you to move efficiently without conscious thought, but it also carries emotion. A familiar gesture can evoke comfort, nostalgia, or even joy, because your body remembers the feelings attached to past motions. Every stretch, every sway, every quiet step is recorded. Your muscles and joints remember life in a way your mind sometimes forgets. And in that memory, there is a hidden peace. The whisper of breath. Even the act of breathing is part of body awareness. Each inhale and exhale shifts your chest, your shoulders, your spine ever so slightly. Your vestibular and proprioceptive systems register these minute movements, allowing your body to remain balanced. The rhythm of your breath becomes a subtle motion meditation, grounding you in the present moment. By simply noticing the gentle dance of your body as it inhales and exhales, you become aware of the incredible intelligence sustaining you. Every breath reminds you, you are alive, aligned, and deeply connected to yourself. The comfort of being grounded. Feeling your body supported by the earth is deeply calming. The pressure against your back, the contact of your feet with the floor or bed, all communicate stability. This sensation reassures your vestibular system that the world is safe, that you are held. It is why lying down, stretching, or simply resting in a safe place can feel so comforting. Gravity and support work together silently, constantly, to ensure you remain upright and secure, even when your mind wanders to distant thoughts. Every point of contact is a gentle message. You are here and you are safe. The symphony within. All these movements, adjustments, and sensations form a quiet symphony inside you. Your inner ear, your muscles, your tendons, and your nervous system collaborate in perfect harmony, guiding every subtle shift of posture, every step, every gesture. You rarely notice it because it is seamless, effortless, almost magical. And yet, this symphony continues when you sleep, when you dream, when your mind drifts into stillness. The balance of your body is a lullaby, one that never stops singing, reminding you gently. You are present, you are whole, you are moving in rhythm with life itself. The language of heat. Your skin is always listening. Even the faintest shifts in temperature are detected by millions of tiny sensors beneath its surface. Warmth tells you that you are safe. Cold signals caution. Every breath of air against your skin, every soft brush of a blanket, carries meaning without words. The sensation of heat is not merely physical. It reaches into the mind, evoking calm, alertness, or comfort. When your body warms under a gentle sunbeam or a soft quilt, it whispers to your nervous system, all is well. You are held. You may rest. Temperature is a conversation between the world and your being, spoken in silent waves. The subtle chill. Cold is not just absence of heat. It is a sensation of contrast, a reminder that your body is alive and responsive. When a breeze brushes across your skin on a quiet night, you can feel every hair standing, every tiny shiver traveling down your spine. Your nervous system interprets these small changes, alerting you to the environment while simultaneously creating a kind of quiet meditation. That shiver, that subtle tingle, is both signal and sensation, a gentle reminder of the delicate balance your body maintains constantly, even as your mind drifts toward sleep. The hidden sense of pain. Pain may seem unpleasant, yet it is one of your body's most profound teachers. Every tiny ache, every subtle discomfort, tells your mind where attention is needed. The nervous system translates these signals into a language of survival, guiding you away from harm and toward care. But pain is also deeply intimate. Even mild sensations, a tight shoulder, a throbbing fingertip, can remind you of presence, grounding you in the body that carries you. In a quiet, mindful way, noticing these small signals without judgment can be calming, like listening to your body's gentle storytelling. A quiet pulse. Your body speaks in rhythms, many of which are subtle and often unnoticed. The pulse in your wrist, the slow rise and fall of your chest, the gentle sway of internal organs with each heartbeat, all these are continuous messages of life. Interoception, the sense of the internal state of your body, allows you to feel hunger, fullness, thirst, and the rise and fall of energy. When you tune into these internal rhythms, you connect to the quiet intelligence within you, a reminder that even in stillness, your body is alive, listening, adjusting, and breathing with the world. The soft glow of comfort. A warm bath, a cozy blanket, the gentle embrace of a loved one. These are experiences that combine temperature and touch into a profound signal of safety. The body interprets warmth alongside softness as reassurance. These moments activate the parasympathetic nervous system, slowing the heart rate, relaxing muscles, and preparing the mind for sleep. The merging of warmth and comfort is a lullaby, a subtle symphony that reaches into your nervous system and whispers, "It is time to let go. You may rest now." The senses of hunger and fullness. Your body constantly monitors itself in quiet ways you rarely notice. Hunger isn't just the growl of your stomach. It's a network of signals traveling from your digestive tract to your brain, indicating need. Similarly, The sense of fullness arrives long before you feel discomfort. Interoception allows your mind to sense balance, helping you navigate nutrition, energy, and well-being without conscious thought. When you lie down at night, after your body has eaten and settled, it conveys satisfaction through gentle signals, encouraging rest, signaling that the world within you is calm and stable. The whisper of organs. Your organs are never silent. The heart beats, the lungs inhale and exhale, your stomach churns gently, even when you are still. Most of the time, these whispers are beneath awareness, yet they guide the rhythm of life. The quiet hum of digestion, the gentle pulse of blood, each is a message of continued vitality. Paying attention to these internal signals can induce a meditative state, a deep relaxation where the body and mind recognize each other. You are alive, your systems are aligned, and in that recognition lies serenity. The sensation of breath. Breathing is both voluntary and involuntary, a perfect bridge between conscious and subconscious. The movement of air through your nose and mouth, the expansion and contraction of your lungs, the subtle pressure changes along your ribcage. All of these are sensations you can attend to. By observing them slowly and deliberately, you can calm the mind, slow the heart, and bring awareness into every fiber of your being. Breath is a tool, a rhythm, a whisper of life that carries you gently towards sleep, reminding you that you exist fully in this moment. The tides within. Your body experiences cycles, small fluctuations of temperature, blood flow, and even alertness that mirror the rhythms of nature. These internal tides are part of your circadian rhythm, which guides sleep, digestion, and energy. Your nervous system is a map of these gentle waves, constantly adjusting to maintain equilibrium. By simply lying quietly and noticing the ebb and flow within, you can feel your own harmony, your connection to the greater rhythm of life. You are not separate. You are part of a larger dance, moving subtly with the universe. The whisper of calm. All of these subtle senses, temperature, pain, internal awareness, converge to create a profound sense of presence. When you lie quietly, attuned to the body's whispers, the mind relaxes. Each signal, each vibration, each gentle pulse communicates. You are here. You are safe. You may rest. The body, in its quiet wisdom, orchestrates a symphony of reassurance, guiding you softly towards stillness. Sleep is not just an act. It is a dialogue between you and the inner world that carries you. And tonight, as you listen, you are invited to become part of that whispering rhythm. The lingering taste. Even after a meal, taste lingers in subtle ways. The faint sweetness of a morning coffee, the aftertaste of herbs in a salad, the whisper of salt on your lips, all are quiet messages to your nervous system. These lingering flavors evoke memory, comfort, and familiarity, reminding your body that the world is safe and nourishing. Taste is not confined to the mouth. It spreads through memory, imagination, and emotion. Every subtle flavor that remains after eating is a gentle echo, a soft reminder of life's textures and rhythms. The scent of rain. The first drops of rain release a scent called petrichor, carried from the earth into the air. It is the perfume of water meeting soil, moss, and stone. Scientists say that this scent signals life, renewal, and growth, calming the human mind instinctively. You may not notice it consciously, but your nervous system responds to its patterns, relaxing muscles, slowing the heart, and preparing you for calm. Smell is the quiet herald of change, a whisper from the environment that says, "The world is alive, and so are you." The aroma of healing. Certain scents influence more than memory. They affect the body directly. Lavender, chamomile, and sandalwood can lower heart rate, reduce stress hormones, and encourage sleep. This is why aromatherapy has been used for centuries. The olfactory system is deeply connected to the limbic brain, which governs emotion and homeostasis. A single inhalation can ripple through your nervous system, like waves calming a pond. The world carries invisible remedies, tiny molecules floating through the air, reaching deep into your mind and body with quiet care. Taste of memory. Every flavor is a story, a memory compressed into molecules. That cinnamon cookie from childhood, the crisp bite of a first apple, the rich aroma of soup on a winter day. All are experiences stored in the brain, waiting to be recalled. Even without seeing the scene, tasting that flavor can transport you back in time, allowing you to feel again what you once did. Taste is the body's memory archive, and every bite is a page in your personal diary of existence. The whisper of fresh air. Fresh air carries subtle sensations beyond oxygen: temperature, humidity, faint scents, and pressure. When you inhale deeply in the morning or evening, your body registers more than the chemical composition. Tiny mechanoreceptors in the nose and lungs detect the rhythm of the air, sending calm signals to your nervous system. Fresh air is nature's gentle nudge, reminding you to breathe slowly, let go, and align with the rhythm of life. Each inhalation becomes a meditation, a soft touch from the environment. The chemical symphony. Your senses of taste and smell are part of a larger chemical orchestra. Pheromones, molecules invisible to the naked eye, communicate subtle information about mood, health, and presence. Humans respond unconsciously to these cues, feeling safety, attraction, or calm without realizing why. You are constantly immersed in a chemical dialogue with the world and others around you. Even in stillness, your body is listening, decoding the soft messages that float in the air, shaping perception and emotion without a sound or a sight. The ocean of aroma. Walking through a garden, a forest, or even a city street, you are enveloped in a complex tapestry of scents. Flowers, soil, rain, exhaust, cooking spices. Your olfactory system picks up patterns, layers, and contrasts, combining them into subtle impressions of place and time. The brain translates these signals into safety, familiarity, curiosity, or relaxation. Even when you close your eyes, the world is alive with these invisible whispers, creating a sense of presence, a reminder that the environment is not separate from you. It moves through you, quietly shaping your awareness. The lingering touch of flavor. Flavor is more than taste. It is a full-body experience. The heat of chili warms, tingles, and circulates through your mouth. The cooling of mint spreads sensation down your throat. The richness of chocolate melts into soft pleasure. Each flavor is a subtle exploration of sensation, a mini journey through your nervous system. You can slow down, savor, and notice how these molecules interact with your body, turning eating into meditation. Taste, in this way, becomes a bridge between the external world and your internal calm. The sense of moisture. Moisture is often overlooked, yet it is a vital sensation. The humidity in the air, the soft dew on grass, the gentle dampness of skin after rain. Your body notices each subtle difference. Moisture signals life, balance, and connection. Too dry, and the body responds with subtle tension. Just right, and it feels effortless, relaxed, hydrated, and calm. Every breath, every touch, every movement is filtered through the awareness of moisture, teaching your body how to harmonize with the environment and gently prepare for rest. The invisible orchestra. All these chemical and environmental senses, taste, smell, subtle humidity, lingering flavors, pheromones, fresh air, play together as an invisible orchestra. You rarely notice the complexity, yet your brain is constantly decoding, blending, and responding. The result is an ever-present, calming undercurrent that shapes your perception of comfort, safety, and presence. Even in stillness, you are alive within this orchestra. Every inhalation, every bite, every subtle aroma is part of the lullaby of the world, guiding you softly toward rest, grounding your mind in the present moment, and inviting sleep to arrive gently. The rhythm of time. Time is sensed as much as it is measured. Your internal clocks, your circadian rhythm, pulse gently through your body, regulating sleep, wakefulness, temperature, and hormone release. Even without looking at a clock, your body knows the ebb and flow of day and night. That knowledge is subtle, felt in energy levels, in appetite, in the gentle anticipation of rest. As you lie quietly, your body is whispering its own sense of rhythm. Night has come. You may relax. Sleep is near. Time is both invisible and tangible, a silent river you float upon without noticing. The soft influence of light. Light doesn't just allow you to see. It touches your biology. Photoreceptors in your eyes detect the faintest changes in brightness, color, and wavelength, sending messages to your brain about when to be alert and when to rest. The soft glow of evening signals melatonin release, calming your mind and preparing your body for sleep. Even when your eyes are closed, subtle shifts in light filter through eyelids, influencing dreams and the gentle drift toward unconsciousness. Light is a quiet companion, guiding your internal rhythm without ever speaking. The magnetic whisper. Humans are sensitive, albeit subtly, to the Earth's magnetic field. Some studies suggest that your brain can detect the direction of magnetic north and the subtle flux of geomagnetic waves. This sense, almost entirely unconscious, may have guided early humans across landscapes and oceans. Today, it operates quietly in the background, an invisible compass that subtly orients your body. You may not notice it, yet it hums beneath awareness, another layer of connection between your body and the larger world. The feeling of space. Even without vision, your body senses the size and shape of your environment. Echoes of sound, air currents, temperature gradients, and tactile feedback all contribute to a spatial map inside your mind. Your nervous system integrates these subtle signals to create a mental sense of volume, distance, and presence. When you move through a room in darkness or lie down in a new place, your body immediately adjusts. You are aware of the invisible walls, the floor beneath you, the ceiling above, all without seeing. Space is sensed, felt, and internalized, a constant, gentle reassurance of stability. The hum of the earth. The earth itself vibrates subtly, a low hum that is almost imperceptible. Microseismic waves ripple through the ground, carrying the constant energy of tectonic movement, oceans, and wind. Your body, particularly your vestibular and proprioceptive systems, can sense these minute vibrations, grounding you in the planet's rhythm. Even if you do not notice consciously, you are connected to this quiet pulse. It is a reminder that you are part of a larger system, cradled by the slow, steady heartbeat of the world beneath your feet. The soft sense of pressure. Pressure is everywhere, yet we rarely notice it until it changes. The weight of the mattress beneath you, the soft embrace of sheets, the gentle touch of air against your skin, all these signals communicate safety, support, and stability. Tiny changes in pressure are interpreted instantly by your body, shaping posture, comfort, and relaxation. When you lie down to rest, these signals quietly tell your nervous system, the world is solid. You are supported. You may release tension. Pressure in this way becomes a lullaby, a whisper of assurance beneath awareness. The awareness of depth. Your body constantly senses depth, the position of your limbs in space, the inclination of your head, the alignment of your spine. This subconscious awareness is part of proprioception and vestibular function, yet it extends to environmental perception. Subtle tilts, inclines, or changes in floor texture provide continuous feedback. When you close your eyes and stretch, fold, or turn, your body knows exactly where it is, how to adjust, and how to remain balanced. This silent awareness fosters calm, anchoring you in presence even in darkness or stillness. The quiet of shadows. Shadows are more than visual phenomena. They influence perception, orientation, and even emotion. As light dims and shadows stretch, your brain recognizes the approaching night, triggering relaxation and preparation for rest. Subtle gradients in light and shade, even through closed eyelids, affect hormone release, mood, and circadian alignment. Shadows in this sense are gentle guides, whispering to your nervous system, it is safe. The day ends. You may surrender to stillness. The sensation of flow. Water, air, and motion create subtle sensory experiences beyond touch. The gentle flow of a river, the soft draft of wind, or the brushing of leaves communicates patterns that your body interprets instinctively. You may notice relaxation in response to these flows, even without consciously observing them. The body is attuned to rhythm and movement, responding to currents with a soft sense of balance and presence. Nature's flow becomes a lullaby, a continuous thread of sensation connecting you to the world around you. The invisible symphony. All of these environmental and subtle body senses, time, light, magnetic cues, pressure, depth, flow, combine into a hidden symphony. You rarely notice it consciously, yet your nervous system responds to every nuance. This symphony orchestrates balance, comfort, and presence, guiding you into relaxation and sleep. When you lie quietly, aware even subconsciously of these layers, your mind and body are cradled by invisible forces. You are aligned with the world, tuned to its rhythms, and gently guided toward rest. Even the unseen is speaking to you, quietly, tenderly, constantly. The sensory echo. Every sensation you have ever experienced leaves a subtle imprint in your nervous system. The warmth of sunlight on your skin, the scent of a familiar room, the softness of a blanket, all echo within your mind and body. These echoes are part of the reason your senses feel comforting. They are remembered, stored, and ready to be recalled. Even in stillness, your body draws on these quiet imprints, allowing relaxation to deepen as memory and present sensation merge into one gentle stream. Sleep becomes a continuation of this sensory echo, where past comfort nurtures present calm. The touch of imagination. The mind can create sensation without external stimuli. You can imagine a soft breeze, the warmth of a fire, the scent of rain on dry earth, and your body may respond with subtle shifts in heart rate, breath, and muscle tension. This interplay between imagination and sensation highlights the profound connection between mind and body. By intentionally imagining calm, soothing sensations, you can trigger real relaxation. Your nervous system cannot always distinguish between imagined comfort and actual comfort, and in that ambiguity lies the perfect invitation to sleep. The emotional palette. Emotions are sensed through the body as much as they are felt in the mind. Love, joy, contentment, even gentle sadness, are registered in posture, muscle tone, breath, and heart rhythm. When you lie quietly, awareness of these subtle emotional traces can deepen calm. A sigh of relief, a soft smile, the gentle relaxation of shoulders, all are signals that the body is preparing for stillness. Your emotions, interwoven with bodily sensation, form a complex and soothing landscape, guiding you gently toward rest. The lullaby of breath. Your breath is the most constant, most intimate sense. It rises, falls, and carries subtle shifts of oxygen, rhythm, and temperature throughout the body. Focusing on breath amplifies awareness of other senses, grounding mind and body. Each inhalation reminds you of presence. Each exhalation releases tension. The simple act of noticing the breath connects you to every fiber of sensation, skin, muscles, inner organs, and gently nudges the nervous system toward serenity. Breath is the thread that ties together all senses into one continuous, calming flow. The subtle music of the heart. Your heartbeat is more than a physiological process. It is a quiet rhythm that resonates throughout your body. Each pulse sends vibrations through blood vessels, organs, and even bone, creating a gentle internal symphony. Awareness of this rhythm can be deeply calming. As your heartbeat slows in moments of safety and relaxation, it signals your mind that the body is ready for rest. Sleep is not separate from this rhythm. It is a continuation, a surrender to the pulse that has guided you since birth. The mind's quiet eye. Even with eyes closed, your mind sees. Visual imagination, memories, and subtle light perception continue to inform your awareness. The darkness behind your eyelids is alive with shadow, warmth, and shifting images. This internal sight interacts with other senses: smell, touch, balance, creating a multidimensional sense of presence. By tuning into this quiet visual awareness, you allow your mind to settle, harmonizing with the body's rhythms and deepening the drift toward sleep. The whisper of presence. Presence is the culmination of all senses, the gentle awareness that you exist, that you are in a body, in a space, in time. When fully attuned, presence is calming, comforting, and grounding. Every subtle sensation, a breath, a heartbeat, a shiver, a touch of air, becomes a marker of being. This awareness is meditative, a soft cradle for the mind. Sleep arises naturally when presence is fully embraced, when the nervous system recognizes itself as safe, supported, and complete. The connection to nature. Even in closed rooms, your body retains awareness of natural cycles: light, sound, air pressure, temperature, and seasonal scents. This connection to nature is deeply calming, a reminder that life continues around you even as you rest. The body intuitively responds to these environmental whispers, slowing, softening, and preparing for restorative sleep. You are part of the natural rhythm, synchronized with forces far beyond conscious thought, held in gentle harmony with the world. Quiet mind. As senses and body converge, the mind begins to slow. Thoughts become less urgent, attention shifts inward, and imagination softens. Sensory awareness becomes a guide, leading the mind away from cluttered consciousness into calm reflection. Each breath, each heartbeat, each subtle sensation serves as an anchor. Sleep is no longer a goal. It is the natural unfolding of this quiet, integrated state, where body, mind, and environment are aligned in a tender, unbroken rhythm. Infinite calm. All senses, sight, sound, touch, taste, smell, balance, internal awareness, environmental perception, converge to create infinite calm. The body, anchored and attuned, the mind, quiet and observing, and the environment, soft and supportive, form a perfect cradle. Each subtle movement, each gentle breath, each whisper of sensation, is a thread in a tapestry of serenity. You are fully present, fully safe, fully ready. Sleep is not something you chase. It is the natural, inevitable unfolding of this harmony. Tonight, and every night, you are held by your senses, your body, and the world, in an eternal, gentle lullaby. The body's ocean. Your body is like a vast, quiet ocean of sensations. Waves of touch, temperature, and internal signals ebb and flow continuously. Each heartbeat, each breath, each pulse of movement adds to this rhythm. Awareness of this ocean allows the mind to float, to drift, and to surrender. Sleep is simply a deeper part of this tide, a gentle immersion into the body's own natural rhythm. Echo of emotion. Every emotion has a corresponding physical echo. Joy vibrates in muscles and breath. Calm resonates in skin and heartbeat. Sadness moves through the chest and limbs. When you observe these echoes quietly, you allow the body to release tension and prepare for rest. The interplay of emotion and sensation is subtle, yet profound, guiding you toward a peaceful state without effort. The symphony of stillness. Stillness is not absence. It is full presence. In quiet, every sense becomes magnified in awareness. The breath, the heartbeat, the subtle pressure of sheets, the rhythm of light through closed eyelids. These sensations converge into a soft symphony, where every note is tender and soothing. Surrendering to this symphony allows sleep to arrive naturally, without struggle, without tension. The dance of awareness. Awareness is fluid. As you drift toward rest, senses blend seamlessly. Touch interacts with sound. Smell blends with emotion. Balance aligns with breath. This dance of perception is continuous and effortless. By gently noticing it, you allow the mind to harmonize with the body, creating the perfect state for restorative sleep. You are part of an intricate ballet, silent yet deeply alive. The gentle hug of memory. Memories of comfort, safety, and warmth linger in the body. The scent of a loved one, the texture of a blanket, the rhythm of a lullaby. All are stored in subtle traces of nervous and sensory systems. When you recall them quietly, even unconsciously, the body responds with relaxation. Memory becomes a gentle hug, reminding you that life has always provided moments of peace, and tonight is no different. The flow of breath and mind. Breath is the gentle river that connects body and mind. As you follow its rise and fall, awareness deepens, tension softens, and senses align. Each inhalation brings presence. Each exhalation releases strain. This flow carries the mind naturally towards sleep, reminding you that you are fully supported, fully alive, fully at rest. Breath is both a guide and a lullaby, endlessly patient and tender. The softness of space. Even the space around you is part of sensation. Air currents, ambient temperature, faint sounds, and light gradients create a cocoon of subtle input. Your body integrates these effortlessly, producing comfort and grounding. Awareness of this gentle space enhances relaxation, deepens presence, and prepares the mind to surrender. Space itself becomes a soft embrace, holding you safely as you drift. The harmony of senses. All senses work together in harmony. Vision, hearing, touch, taste, smell, balance, internal awareness, and environmental perception form an interconnected web. When attuned, this network guides body and mind into profound calm. Sleep is not imposed. It flows naturally from this harmony, a tender release into the rhythm of life itself. You are aligned, centered, and ready. The gentle descent. As you lie quietly, fully attuned, a gentle descent occurs. Awareness softens, the mind drifts, and sensations blend into one continuous, soothing stream. Every heartbeat, breath, and subtle signal guides you downward into rest. There is no need to resist, no need to strive. The body knows, the mind accepts, and sleep arrives effortlessly. You are fully cradled by your senses. The eternal lullaby. All 100 senses, experiences, memories, and rhythms combine into a single eternal lullaby. You are supported by touch, guided by balance, comforted by temperature, soothed by smell, nurtured by taste, and embraced by subtle environmental cues. The mind is calm, the body aligned, the spirit soft. Sleep is not a distant goal. It is the natural unfolding of this harmony. Tonight, as every night, you are held, carried, and cradled in a gentle, endless lullaby. You are safe. You are whole. You may rest. And now, as we come to the end of our journey through the senses, let yourself drift a little deeper into calm. Your body is aligned, your mind is soft, and every whisper of sensation is guiding you gently toward rest. Remember that these senses, the touch, the taste, the sounds, the subtle rhythms of your body and the world, are always with you, quietly supporting, quietly nurturing. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go. Just breathe, feel, and allow the gentle harmony of your senses to carry you. Let the soft lullaby of your own awareness wrap around you like a warm, comforting blanket. Tonight, sleep is not a goal. It is a natural, effortless unfolding. You are safe. You are whole. You may rest. And as you drift away, know that the world itself is whispering its quiet, endless lullaby, holding you tenderly until morning comes. Good night.